instrument I play in the band is the trumpet. I am in very important positions in the band. I am the trumpet section leader, and I'm also the band president.
Senior band president Laura Monroe.
Funniest moment in band. Such a hard one. I don't know, I feel like it's the people in band that make it fun, just like the casual water breaks during band camp when people are just messing around, trying to do flips and doing stupid stuff. I feel like those just kind of all go together and make them the funniest moments. Well, I didn't start band at Garfield, but starting band in 5th grade, I think just stick with it. It might not be fun then, you might be frustrated with yourself, but stick with it because these people will be your best friends for life, and that's the honest truth.
My name is Ivan Trent, and I play marching snare. I am in football and band. At halftime, I take my jersey off and my helmet off, throw it on the ground, and run to the band, and have to set up my drum and harness and stick bag on my snare, and then I go right to the field and play more unlike the rest of the football team.
I play the trombone. I'm part of the soccer team. Not difficult at all as long as you have your priorities right. You can go to both. You just gotta find out what's more important each day. Just listen to Mr. Sabula. He's the best guy around to give you the best advice for whatever instrument you're playing, and just stick with it because it's a great time.
Hi, my name is Abby Colopy. I play trumpet and I've been in band for 7 years. My all-time favorite memory from band was probably after one of the football games, and me and a group of friends were inside one of our cars and we locked out our current band president as we watched her run around the car. Advice I would give to my 5th grade band self would be, it's not as bad as it seems it is now. The chart gets better.
My name is Morgan Martin. I am in drumline. More specifically, I play quads, and this is I've been playing since 5th grade, so I'd have to say my 6th year? 6 years? Yeah, my math is correct. Band's really good. You guys should try it out. Advice for my 5th grade self would definitely be try new things, practice, really figure out what you want to do, if you want to do it, but I'd say definitely give it a shot. Yeah, my favorite memory from band would probably be after one of the band shows, one of the members of drumline asked another member out to homecoming, and I think it was just really funny.
Hi, my name is Vincent Yukich. I play the alto saxophone. I've been in the band for about 5 years. Some advice that I'd give my 5th grade self is to always, as soon as you get music, jump on it and practice it and memorize it as quick as you can. And yeah, I think you guys should really, try band. It's really fun, and I enjoy it. When I was in 8th grade marcher, which if you're really good, you can march in 8th grade in the high school band. They used to take pictures in the stands, and they always used to take pictures of me, and it was really funny. I'd probably say my favorite memory from band would be the first band show I ever did in Solon, because there was a lot of great bands there, and it's really fun to watch them.
My name is Kira Coyle. I play the flute, and I've been in band for 5 years. My favorite band memory is probably the first few games that I have been in for marching band, because I expected it to be boring, but it was a lot of fun and everybody was so welcoming. Band is really fun and everyone is so welcoming and it's like a big family.
My name is Daniel. I play bass drum and I've been in band since 5th grade. My favorite memory from band is the first band show that we had. Is you played all these songs and it was really exciting and a fun time to play everything in front of all these bands, and all the other bands did really cool stuff. So the thing that I like most about band is Friday night games. They're always just exciting and a good time. You get to hang out with your friends and just have fun. Advice that I would give to my 5th grade band self is to just keep practicing, because it's going to be worth it.
I'm Hallie Sabula. I've played the trumpet in band since 5th grade. My favorite band memory is probably when I joined the band for homecoming my 7th grade year, and I met all of the people in my section who were going to be my best friends now. If I could give advice to my 5th grade band self, I would probably tell myself to just stick with it, and if it seems hard, it's because learning music is like learning a new language, so you just have to stick with it.
I play the trombone, and I'm a junior, but this is actually my 4th year in marching band because in 8th grade the band director pulled me up, so this is my 4th year in band. My favorite memory from band was playing at the Q in Cleveland before a Cavs game. That was really fun. I would tell my 5th grade self that everything only gets better in band as you progress through the years, and keep practicing and just enjoy every moment, because you're not going to get another experience like it. So during the pregame show of one of the home football games, we were marching down the field, and I've done this probably 200 to 300 times, and we're supposed to turn at the end of the fight song, but I turned early, and then that caused like a domino effect, and then about 10 other people turned early. I was kind of nervous after it happened because I messed up, but looking back on it, it was pretty funny. So that's probably mine.
I'm Emily Dykes. I've been in band for 5 years, and I play the flute. I would have to say that my all-time favorite band memory is definitely any football game that we've had. You get to be with your section, but not only your section, but other fellow band members, and everyone is just extremely hyped and we're just ready, and even if the game may not be going well, we're still ready to play our tunes, and we make sure we keep it upbeat for everybody and nobody's having a bad time. Advice I would give to my 5th grade band self is to definitely practice, because whenever you have that music down, it's so much more fun to play the songs whenever you know what you're playing. So even though like the saying practice makes perfect is something that we hear often, it definitely does qualify in band, and if you practice, it will make band 10 times more fun than it already is. My funniest band memory is, I would have to say when our section leader, Kayla, gave us candy and we just tried to swallow it whole. It's something random, but it's one of those random memories that you feel like you'll keep forever.
For marching band currently, I play the mellophone. For concert band, I play the clarinet. And for jazz band, I play the tenor saxophone. And I am also one of our officers. I am the crew chief. Probably a couple weeks ago at our homecoming game during halftime, where I was going absolutely nuts and just having a good time. Keep practicing, stay with it, because there's a lot more on the way whenever you get closer to high school. Probably funniest moment, it wasn't me personally, but 2 years ago during one of our drills, someone fell over. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it just happens, and it was kind of funny to look back at.
My name is Evan Reidenbaugh. I've been in band since the 5th grade. Some advice I'd give my 5th grade self would definitely be make sure you practice your music. I definitely regret not practicing as much as I did. One of my favorite memories from band so far has definitely been, I think the first band show I did. We went to Solon, hung out with all the tubas, and just had a total blast. The funniest moment that I've had in band was me and a bunch of other band members went and got 300 chicken nuggets, and we all ate them one day.
My favorite memory from band is doing solo and ensemble. After marching season is over and winter break, you come back to school and you can get together with a small group of people or completely on your own and kind of work on music in a small environment like that and then go and get judged on your performance. That's just a lot of fun to work in a smaller group like that. Hi, I'm Jack Rado. I'm the section leader for the mellophones and the French horns. If you don't know what that is, a mellophone is like a big trumpet that we play in marching band, and the French horn is the one that you sit, your hand goes in the bell, and then you put it on your thigh. I'm also the band vice president, so when the president isn't there, I lead the band on the field, and I do a lot of kind of minor duties. Yeah, I'm in theater, quiz bowl, Model UN, cross country. I like music. I like the act of creating art is, I think, very satisfying for people. And a lot of the just kind of social aspects of it are a lot of fun too. So like getting to talk to people and get to know them better because you spend so much time together. I guess I would say that just stick through it. I almost quit in 5th grade, and I'm glad I didn't because I'm having a lot of fun in high school. And really like practice, because once you get over kind of the hump of learning an instrument, it's a lot of fun to really get into it and play music and stuff.
The homecoming queen is Caitlin Lutz.
And Emma will get this carry. Cut it. Touchdown.
Up the open three for Smith. And Smith will get the bucket and
one. Brody will take this. He's got Perrine wide open, blown coverage, and Perrine is loose. They're not going to catch Joe Perrine. Touchdown, G-Men.
I just don't see how a world that could make such wonderful things could be so bad. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want a thingamabox? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down those, what's that word again? Streets, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend the day warm on the sand? Bet ya on land they'd understand that they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. I'm ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above? Out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world.
My dear sweet child, it's what I live for. To help unfortunate merfolk like yourself. Poor souls with no one left to turn to. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. And they weren't kidding when they called me well the witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways. Repentance and a lighted the switch. True, yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And baby, please don't laugh. I use it on behalf of the miserable and lonely and depressed. But there is more unfortunate souls in pain, in need. There's one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying, "Spell, Crystal, please," and I help them. Yes, I do. No, it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price. I'm afraid I had a wrinkle across the walls. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole I've been a saint to those poor unfortunate souls. Now here's my best offer, babykins. I know a spell that will turn you into a human for 3 days. No, it's a procedural clause, sort of a quid pro quo. Before the sun sets on the 3rd day, you've got to get dear old Princey to kiss you. And if he does, you'll stay human forever. And if I don't? Oh, nothing drastic, darling, I'm sure. Oh, look, small print. Your soul is mine forever, and you're doomed to spend eternity in my watery, house-soaked bath. Lawyers, don't you love them? And now, there is one more thing. My fee. But I don't have anything. Oh, I'm not asking for much, only your voice.
My voice? But if I give away my voice, how can I ever...
Your grandpappy beside him gave his magic trident to your father. But this was his gift pour moi.
Your magic shell?
You've heard about it.
Father says it's the source of your witchcraft and evil.
Nonsense, darling.
He says you die if it breaks.
Die? Oh, please, it's a bauble. A vessel for your voice. Your vibrato, your legato, and even your belt. They'll all be safe and sound in here.
If I give away my voice, how could I ever...
You'll have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the power of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, a man is much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, you're what is idle prattle for? Come on! You're all that impressed with conversation. Two gentlemen avoid it when they can, but they don't intrude and fawn on a lady who's withdrawn. If she will hold her tongue, he gets a man. Come on, you unfortunate souls. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just a voice. You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad, but true. If you want to cross the bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Bought some jets and now I got a girl. The boss is on a roll. You poor unfortunate
Just over, but Lutz will get her back, have her rebound. Smith will think about the J, but she'll take it all the way. And just off, but she'll get her own board, go up strong with it, and her second one will go.
Traffic and Demma's on the loose. Demma is gonna go. He's got a kicker to beat. Don't get tackled by the kicker, Anthony. And he makes the kicker move and he stays in bounds. Do we have a touchdown?
And senior number 22, Jenna Smith. But there you go. She's wide open. She doesn't miss those. Off the back iron. Big rebound by Smith. Now she's looking up the floor. She'll find Seaman in the corner. And there's her first three of the game. Late in the second. Moving now, straight up top. Cut by Lutz. She'll take a power dribble and she'll put it up and she'll score it. Now we'll do a little off-ball action. We'll get the look to Seaman and she'll hit it. Teams run different stuff. She's there, they're going to get a nice look inside and definitely find him off the bucket.
Carmelo Mori leading it down for the Tigers. Here's Casey Spade. Monty's doing it. There we go.
Figured out? It's cable. Is it working now or no?
I swapped it out with wireless. I didn't want to put out because it was supposed to rain, but fuck it at this point.
I think we should see. No, there's nothing on the radar. Oh, by the way, I still use that same app you told me about it. Some of us like that. Dark sky.
Yeah.
So I got so if push comes to shove, I just make sure I don't mess with it. What is this? You tape it and then can the kids get it, or?
It's all on the live stream.
Is there a spot we can go online to look at old live streams?
Yeah, it's on the YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like football games and shit? Really? Okay, beautiful. Yeah, at that point, it's kind of different. That's the biggest thing.
That microphone picks up that way.
It ain't on now.
Oh, well, but I.
I just love it when people watch.
Yeah.
It's always the different. You get some people that are dressed in suits, and other people look like they just come out of the field.
Mm-hmm.
When are they starting all the concession stands and all that shit?
They're supposed to start in the next couple of weeks. I know he had everything lined up, so everything was going to get torn apart right after graduation.
Here we go.
Everything, but no one sees me. And Sundays, we used to play a little bit of Sundays.
Still got that football in sixth grade when we won. Beat them 3-5. How was he there?
Like, I don't know if he's like, too good or good.
Firstly, I want to thank the police officers for letting my dad within 50 feet of the school. I'm just kidding. I don't have to say a speech, I just have to do the Pledge of Allegiance. All right. I pledge of allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And that was a joke. I was just kidding. You guys may be seated.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Riley Laporte, the senior class president. I'd like to start off by thanking the faculty, staff, administration, current students of James A. Garfield, family, friends and family, and my fellow members of the class of 2022. Thank you all for helping us. We did it. When I was told that I was giving a speech at graduation, I was certain that I would do great, until the day came that I had to write it, so bear with me. Laugh when you're supposed to, or give me a little aw when I say something cute. I cannot imagine myself graduating from another school. Aw. When I moved here in 7th grade, I had no clue what the future would hold for me. Garfield has done an amazing job helping us all find our paths. For me, 7th grade is the year that changed my life. That was when I found my passion for track and field. If you would have told me in 6th grade that I would be throwing a big metal ball for the next 10 years, I would have laughed. But here I am today, about to graduate, go to college, and pursue my athletic and academic career, throwing that big metal ball. There you go, now you're getting it. Here's the thing, if I never came to Garfield, I would have never found my sport, so I want to thank you. Seniors, if you would take a moment and reflect back on the past 4 years, freshman year, we were like lost puppies roaming the halls, but yet thought we were big and grown because we were in high school. Sophomore year, well, there isn't much to say about it besides we had the longest summer of all time. I think that's enough talking about COVID. Junior year, finally back in school, and let me tell you, it was the longest year of my life, but also one of the most memorable ones. This was the year that most of us found out who we were, not to mention, we grew out of our awkward stage and into our young adult selves. Senior year, we took on the roles of being kings and queens of the school. In my opinion, this was the best year of high school and one to remember. I know I've thanked track for everything it has done for me, but I would also like to thank all the other sports, especially football. Football is the one thing that joins a community together, from the players on the field and the band playing the fight song for every first down, to the fans screaming in the stands, to the cheerleaders cheering us on. Football has been the one thing to unite this community. I'll be honest, it was hard walking off the field for the last time, but I knew greater things were coming, and that's how I feel now. Even though this chapter of our lives is closing, it doesn't mean there aren't greater things down the road. Finally, throughout the day, I'd encourage everyone to recognize the blessing of our last day here at Garfield. There are still memories to be made and future stories to tell. So if you will, please put down the phones and savor the moment you have right here, right now. All I ask is that we enjoy today's graduation and appreciate the people around us. Thank you. Oh, one last thing. Go G-Men!
Hello and welcome, friends and family. We're here today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022, a day that marks the first of great achievement for everyone here. When we were 5 or 6 years old, we stepped through the doors into our kindergarten classes. Back when we could fit into our little cubbies and back when the world was brand new. We were so excited to learn and arrange play dates we haven't told our parents about yet. And it is weird to think about, but the random classes we were placed into in kindergarten would play a key part in our development. At just 5 years old, our kindergarten selves would begin to flourish and expand us into the people we are today. We found ourselves in a new social environment, and it was around this time 13 years ago, my classmates and I would experience our first graduation. And that was kindergarten graduation. We'd walk across the stage in our little caps and gowns and even sing a song or two. We were excited to move on to first grade. As we moved on through the years, we would continue seeing the same friends from our kindergarten classes and continue to make new ones along the way. These friendships would shape us, influence us, and even help decide our future. At such a young age, where the only thing we were worried about was being line leader, our young selves would not know about the ups and downs yet to come from living in a small town. And James A. Garfield is the perfect example of a small town school. When something happens, word spreads quickly, and especially when it is something good. No one hesitates to congratulate you, and they express an overwhelming amount of pride. Whether it is academics, athletics, or outside activities, this type of atmosphere influences us as we get older, and it as well teaches us lessons along the way. An important lesson I have learned in high school is that life isn't meant to be taken so seriously. It's okay to laugh at the silly mistakes you made on a test, and it's okay to take a breather once in a while. Life will pass by in the blink of an eye, and we cannot afford not to celebrate or enjoy life. Some of these moments when we are able to take a break from learning and enjoy fun trips with our classmates have left lasting memories, like Washington, D.C., Niagara Falls, and Camp Fitch. We are able to explore and experience tourist attractions together for the first time. Fortunately, we were able to take these trips before they were put on pause due to COVID-19. But even COVID-19 in the midst of our sophomore year could not prevent the class of 2022 from making the best of every moment. If anything, being quarantined allowed us to figure out who we are and allowed us to realize how fast life changes and not to take anything for granted. And we have grown up together from kindergarten through middle school and then high school. But after today, we will no longer be all together. We will no longer wander the halls together, no longer eat lunch together, and no longer take classes together. I remember saying, oh, I have plenty of time to get that grade up, or it can wait until next year. The past 4 years have flown by, and now we are saying goodbye to the next 4 years of high school, and hello to what the future has in store. We will all leave here today with a separate adventure that awaits for each of us. Exciting adventures nonetheless. There is no doubt in my mind that the students here today will make a lasting impression on the world just as they've done here at James A. Garfield. Now I want to end with a quote by author Ali Condi. Growing apart doesn't change the fact that for a long time we grew side by side. Our roots will always be tangled, and I'm glad about that. Thank you everyone sincerely for the memories of my 13 years here and tangling your roots with mine. Good luck and congratulations to the class of 2022.
First off, I would like to thank everyone in attendance today, especially the teachers here at James A. Garfield. Although I can't say I know each and every one of you personally, I'd like to thank you for shaping the class of 2022 into the group of wonderful people they are today. We made it, everyone. After 13 years of seemingly endless homework assignments, quizzes, and all those state tests that made us ask why we had to take them in the first place, we finally stand at the precipice of our newfound responsibilities. Whether that's by entering the workforce, the military, or even more years of academic torture, it's safe to say our lives will soon be consumed with our endeavors. Growing up, society told us to aim high and to know exactly what we want to do as soon as we graduate. We were taught that in order to be truly happy, we must work hard and play by the rules. We have to settle down with a respectable job and a family before the ripe old age of 30, where our lives will pass us by in a slew of work, limited vacation days, and yes, turning into our parents, even though we swore we'd be nothing like them. All throughout school, I did everything I could to achieve that kind of life, and as a result, I expected perfection in everything I did. I believed if I had the perfect grades, gotten to the perfect college, and simply worked hard enough, then I would be happy. But as my senior year drew to a close, I reflected on my high school career, and I learned something that school never could have taught me. After 13 years, I now offer a far different solution to the pursuit of success and happiness. As we progress through our lives, we often become so obsessed with reaching our professional goals, sometimes to the point where we overlook the aspects of life which make it truly meaningful. Throughout high school, I found myself merely focusing on the future. I constantly worried over the next test, the next grade, the next ATT exam, and I never felt joy once I reached those minor milestones. But instead, I only felt relieved for a short while until my next goal began to consume me. And along the way, I missed out on so many friendships, so many connections with others in my chase for academic validation. By only looking to the future, I never really took the time to enjoy the present moment. So I guess what I'm saying is, to find your own means of happiness, you have to be the author of the story you've always dreamed of reading. Go out and chase your dreams, your hopes, and your aspirations. Don't hold back on living the way you've always wanted to, and never settle on a life just because others around you deem it to be respectable. And along the way, never forget to take a step back and enjoy life for what it gives you. Take a walk on a sunny day, or just call up a friend. Go on a trip and see what's really out in the world. Meet new people and share your stories with each other. Change your mind and change it again. So when others ask you if you're genuinely happy, you will never feel a hint of doubt, those what ifs or I should haves which plague so many today. We should never live only to achieve our set purposes, nor define our worth through the successes we've acquired, but rather we should accept the fact that our lives are meant to be beautiful and strange in its simplicity. Class of 2022, we leave James A. Garfield today with our diplomas in hand, along with the numerous memories made and lessons learned within its walls. Tomorrow, we will wake up with a blank slate, and we will be faced with a vast sea of infinite possibilities. We can decide to go after our dreams, make change, or simply enjoy the day as it is. Every day, we have the choice to live our lives unapologetically and to its fullest. So what's stopping us?
Welcome to all the family, friends, staff, and especially to the graduating class of 2022, and thank you all for joining us on this special day. To the teachers that gave their all for helping us improve every day and giving up their time, I personally want to say thank you. While it may not seem like all of us are grateful, I assure you that we all feel the impact you have made on our lives. To the families that support us each and every step of the way, thank you. We may put up a fight or get mad, but in the end, we truly do appreciate it. The encouragement that you throw at us allows us to be the best person that we can possibly be. And to the staff that works tirelessly to keep our school clean and running, I thank you. We may not see you all the time, but I do want to say one final thank you. Now, today marks the day that we officially finish the first chapter of our lives. After this, most of us will either move on to college, enter the workforce, or join the military. Our lives will continue to move forward, and we have a lot ahead of us. I never thought that I'd be the one up in front of all of you giving a speech. While I don't know much about where life will take us, I will offer the little advice that I can give. It would be hypocritical of me to throw out life advice when I don't know much about you. But nevertheless, I will say this. Although I met many of you when we were little kids in elementary school, sports, clubs, jobs, or going to Maplewood had pulled us away from each other. Today is the day that we come back together for one last time to celebrate our achievements. Here's the advice part. You can never spend too much time with the people you enjoy being around. It wasn't until this year that I began participating in more school events or hanging out with friends. While academics took over my life for the first 3 years, I took this year to have fun. While it was still very stressful, this year was the first time that I genuinely had fun in high school. But to say again, you can never stop, you can never spend too much time with the people you like being around. Today might mark the end of the first section of our lives, but it most certainly is not the end. As we leave this evening, I hope that each of you at least remembers some of my words. And finally, good luck to all of you in the rest of your life's journey.
Welcome, friends, family, and teachers, as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022, and thank you to everyone that has helped us get to the stage today. To my fellow graduates, well, we made it. Despite it being a long and wild 13 years, we're finally here at the moment that seems so far away, yet came so fast. We're now entering adulthood, where we are forced to pay our own bills and do our own laundry and dishes. Exciting, I know. It's safe to say, though, as a class, we have been through a lot together. From having some of the best test scores in just 3rd grade, to witnessing some questionable protesters at the White House in 6th grade, or surviving a global pandemic together, it seems like we've experienced a lifetime of memories in just 13 years. But through these memories, we have grown together and learned a great deal. For example, we learned the importance of the mitochondria and how they're the powerhouse of the cell, or that Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Although those are clearly very crucial pieces of knowledge, the most important things I learned in life are actually life lessons that go beyond the classroom. And there are 3 in particular I want to share with everyone today. The first involves kindness. Whether it means sharing a smile or a simple how are you, it is always vital to be kind because you never know how much it can help someone in need. Imagine a world where everyone was just nice to one another, where instead of comparing ourselves and putting down others, we understood that we were on a different pathway and we supported each other instead. I know it may seem impossible, but the world would be such a better and happier place if we just started that change now. The next lesson includes friendship, because whether you have it with one person or many people, it is something that we all need. Friendships allow us to enjoy life more by experiencing the beautiful aspects of life with the people we love. But they also help us survive the more strenuous aspects by having a support system when we feel down and lost in the world. True friends will fight the battle with you and stand by you through the victories and losses you will endlessly endure. Lastly, and probably most importantly, I learned to have fun. Honestly, this was the hardest lesson for me to grasp because I normally cared more about my grade in class than I did about living life. I genuinely thought you couldn't have both: a fun, exciting social life and a successful academic career, and truthfully, I didn't really think it was worth it. I became so caught up in this perception of portraying a perfect student that I kind of lost myself in the process. It started to feel like I wasn't even living life, but just watching it pass by because all I ever did was go to school and work. And it wasn't really till this year when Mr. Engelhart practically yelled at me for always doing homework on Friday nights that I finally realized that there's so much more to life than a classroom and a grade. Life is about living in the moment, crossing things off a bucket list, and experiencing once-in-a-lifetime memories. I know it sounds cliche, but if anything, our experiences have taught us not to take life for granted because our normal life can be stripped away in a heartbeat. Don't get me wrong, education is extremely important, but our lives are important too, and life will not be exciting and fun unless you find a healthy balance between the two. So I challenge everyone today to be that main character, whether you dance in a supermarket when you hear your favorite song, or go on a spontaneous road trip without a destination. Do what makes you happy. Life is short, the world is wide. Make memories and make the most of life. So thank you guys for making me learn to always be kind, to always have friends, and to have fun. Now, I would like to end my speech with a line from arguably the most iconic and influential boy band from our generation. As One Direction said in 2012, let's live while we're young. Thank you.
As we sit here together on the verge of graduation, looking forward to the summer months, I want to share a moment from spring break. I had the opportunity to visit Hilton Head Island with one of my closest friends this week in April, waking up early to watch the sunrise. As I sat there, feet in the sand, light shining off the water, I couldn't help but think how change, specifically in the past 4 years, reminded me of a sunrise. At first, it's dark, and you don't know exactly where you're going, and if you're not careful, you might just trip and fall. But the uncertainty doesn't last forever. The dark sky slowly turns, revealing variations of pink, orange, and yellow. These initial colors are some of the sweetest moments in life, like fall bonfires, late night drives, and game day atmospheres. But from there, you have to be very careful. If you blink, you're suddenly sitting in front of a beautiful sunrise, a sunrise just a short time earlier you could have never imagined witnessing. This, my fellow graduates, is a moment like your last high school performance, your senior night, or attending your final school dance. For me, this is my sunrise. Full of vibrant colors, my plagued with self-doubt freshman self had a hard time even picturing, and I want to thank you all for being a part of it. But this isn't the last sunrise you will experience, and it may not even be the first. It is an immense honor to speak to you today. As I was preparing to write my speech, considering all the possibilities and the opening lines, I kept returning to the frustrating anxiety that comes with public speaking. Just in case anyone was wondering, I'm pretty sure the amount of people has tripled since I was in that seat to behind the podium. Though, as I thought of this familiar fear, it brought back a memory from the very beginning of my high school experience. 4 years ago, I was meeting my fellow graduates for the very first time. I was given a map of my classes, which unfortunately is not very helpful upside down, and I was explaining to a whole new set of teachers that my name does not necessarily need a Y at the end. Yet as I consider how petrifying starting over at the new school was that fall, I realized what a similar experience we are now faced with as 2022 graduates. A fresh start, a new beginning. Without this refresh a handful of years ago, I would have never met the coaches who have mentored me, teachers who have shared their wisdom, and friends I can no longer imagine living without. And for me, that made it worth it. Now, as you navigate the coming years, I wish you all the best of luck as you find your way in the dark, and I assure you, the sunrise will come. But for now, let's enjoy the one right in front of us. Congratulations, we made it.
Good afternoon. On behalf of myself, Vice President Dave Vinson, Patricia Brett, Gary Foy, and Darrell White, we'd like to thank and welcome all of you to this celebratory event. We also want to thank everyone that has put together an amazing graduation program for the class of 2022. I would like to take a moment to recognize all of our administrators, educators, support staff, volunteers, and community members that make our school so outstanding. We do what is best for our kids, and all of your efforts do not go unnoticed. We thank you for all your support, and we appreciate you. Class of 2022, you have persevered during a couple of past crazy years not seen since 1918. You have endured some really unsettling days, but congratulations, you did it. You can now take these life lessons and remember that you have made it through some pretty tough times and you can do anything. I enjoy walking, and on one particular Sunday, I decided to go for my morning walk. As I began walking, I felt a tiny pebble in my right shoe. It really didn't bother me, and I thought, this is a piece of cake. I can do this with this pebble in my shoe. So, as I continued walking and began thinking about that pebble in my mind, I'll tell you the rest of the story. Although it wasn't growing in my shoe, it was growing in my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about it. With every step I took, it became bigger. I thought, am I going to make it this whole way with this in my shoe? Don't think about it, I told myself. But my mind told me, my God, it's getting bigger and bigger with every step. By the time I had walked my first mile, the pebble became a rock that was so big that I almost started limping. So I decided to stop, take this pebble rock out of my shoe, and continue my walk. This is what I found in my shoe. This is what my mind made me believe was in my shoe. The point of my story, and believe me, I'm getting to it, is not to let a pebble become a rock in your mind. You will be faced with many decisions in your life after you leave here today. Some will be easy, and some will be pretty darn tough. Think about it, discuss it, pray on it, and make your decision. You need to communicate the lessons that you have learned both in the classroom and in the social setting that you have been involved with over the last 13 years. These folks put their hearts and souls into their work because they care about you and your future successes. And one more thing, don't be afraid of failure. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 election bids, had failures in business, lost loved ones, and had a nervous breakdown before he was elected in 1860. Don't be afraid of failure. American novelist Truman Capote put it best when he said, "Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor." Congratulations to the class of 2022. Good luck and go G-Men.
I can't decide if I need these. So my favorite day of the school year is the day that the students receive their cap and gowns. You all have high school students. You know it takes a lot to get them enthused about anything. However, on that day, it looks like Christmas down in the Commons. You see for a second there that joy of, oh, this is really going to happen. I've actually made it. Some of them immediately rip them open, put them on, run around the hallways. So it's my favorite day. But standing right here looking at you is probably my second favorite day. So congratulations. You have finally made it to the day you've been waiting for. In mere moments, you will walk across this stage. You are on the threshold of what was and what will be. Childhood and adulthood. The feeling of having people take care of you to having to take care of yourself. So, as Sophie said, if you haven't learned how to do your laundry, this is the summer. It's time. This will be the last time you will all be together. So look around. Some of these people you'll see regularly as you move through your life, but it's possible you might not see some of these classmates again. So take the time to be present today, make your memories, and enjoy your peers. I would like you to thank all the people who have helped get you here today. Your parents, guardians, grandparents, step-parents, aunts, uncles, teachers, coaches. This day is as much for them as it is for you. Parents and guardians, you have been with these children since kindergarten. You have attended band concerts, athletic events, and field trips together. I encourage you to also take time to be present today. Take the pictures with the friends you've made along the way. It's been a long and sometimes bumpy road together. Graduates, please help me honor them with a round of applause. I would also like to thank the people who work behind the scenes to make this day happen for you. Mrs. Fisher and Ms. Petrie worked for months to make sure everything is in order. The hours they spend on this ceremony are enormous. Mrs. Schaefer, Mr. Livingston, Mrs. Sirocco, Mr. Cole, Mr. Fisher, Mr. Molnar, Ms. Benich, and the rest of the custodial and maintenance department work to make sure everything is ready for this moment. Without their work, this day would not take place. So thank you for everything that you do. Every class is special in its own way, but you guys have made the last 4 years really enjoyable for me. I look out at you and I'm really proud of everything that you've accomplished over the 4 years. Now, there were times that you frustrated me, slightly annoyed me, raised my blood pressure, you know who you are, but mostly you made me laugh. I enjoyed our conversations and I had a front row seat to watch you succeed. I will miss not having you in the building, and quite honestly, I already miss not having you in the building. But before you venture out, I have some final real-world advice for you. Remember, you are entering a world where not everyone will be working to cater to your needs. The last 12 years, people have been working to make your experiences as good as they can possibly be. But in reality, customers will be mad, bosses may be unreasonable, hours will be long, and chances are you will have a broken heart at some point. Remember to have some self-discipline when it comes to social media consumption and use. It is selling you a life that is not real and providing a platform that seems to do more harm than good. Remember, nothing looks better at 50 than sunscreen at 20. That includes days like today. Okay. Remember, in the words of Eleanor Roosevelt or the Princess Diaries, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Remember, change is inevitable. In Ohio, that means the weather. Keep a jacket and a blanket in your car, which is really appropriate on today's forecast. Okay. You'll thank me one day for that one. Remember, if getting a good job was easy, everyone would have them. Remember, life will throw challenges at you, and you can't control everything. But how you react can make you a stronger, more grateful, kind, and empathetic person, or it can make you bitter and miserable. Choose how you react carefully. Remember, happiness is your responsibility. Put your phone down and your earbuds out and enjoy the moments. It is in the moments that living truly happens. There is not a turning point where all of a sudden you are going to be happy. Happiness is a state. The trick is to recognize when it is occurring. Remember, life is much better when you can laugh at yourself. Find the humor even in your darkest and most embarrassing moments. Remember, your washing machine, refrigerator, air conditioner, or car battery are going to die at the worst possible time. They laugh because they all know that's how it works. Remember, taxes are not optional. And finally, I leave you with this. Remember to be kind. Remember that we don't know everybody else's story. Try to meet people where they are. Kindness can sometimes be the harder path, but it is always the most rewarding. Now, I know you are ready to get moving. So without further ado, Mr. Lysak, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2022. 22. Jeez.
Thank you, Ms. Kissabeth. I know this class is smart. They probably could have done it in 2002. And I appreciate the sunscreen advice, especially with a haircut like this. So seniors, you made it. I know how much, especially based on your speeches, how much this class loves sports. So consider today your Super Bowl, the biggest event of your careers to this point in your life. I know I can speak for everyone here when I say that we're proud of you. But before we celebrate, please join me in thanking the many individuals who have prepared you, the grounds, and this ceremony. How about Mr. Ben Call? He is the guy that has captured just about every single event that you've been involved in over the past 4 years, either in photos or in video.
Let's also thank Ms. Kissabeth, Mr. Flager, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, Mrs. Petrie, Mrs. Schaefer, Mr. Livingston, Mr. Sabula, Mr. Logan, all of your teachers, the maintenance crew, and the custodial staff. There's a reason that there's an extra week in preparation for the Super Bowl. It's because it takes a lot of time to make things perfect. And these individuals make up the elite team that dedicated days of their lives over the past weeks and years to ensure that today was perfect, just for you. They made sure every detail was just right, and when you look around, it most certainly is. Seniors, please join me in thanking them. This year, I'd also like to thank the 6 individuals who are retiring from Garfield. We often say here at Garfield that we hire to retire, and in most cases, we do just that. This year, as you leave to start a new chapter of your life, so will 6 of our staff members. Please join me in congratulating Garfield's retirees who will be taking with them this year a combined 213 years of work experience. Every year, we're tasked with writing a speech to impart some wisdom to you before you leave the halls of Garfield High School. It's a daunting task, and to be honest, as you can see today, the students usually do the best job of it. As trendy as I may try to be with TikTok, Snapface, or figuring out Wordle, I'm just old, and I've come to realize I can't keep up with all the latest techie trends that you enjoy. However, with age comes some degree of wisdom, mostly through listening to stories and applying mistakes to lessons in life. Today, I would simply like to share some of that wisdom with you as you embark on your next chapter. First, in the spirit of Mr. Petra's story about a pebble, I'd like to share the story of the crow and the pitcher. A crow, half dead with thirst, in the middle of a drought, came to a pitcher which had once been full of water. But when the crow put his beak into the mouth of the pitcher, he found that only very little water was left in it, and that he could not reach down far enough to get at it. He tried and he tried, but at last he had to give up in despair. Then a thought came to him, and he took a pebble and dropped it into the pitcher. Then he took another pebble and dropped it into the pitcher. Then he took another, and another, and another. At last he saw the water mount up near him, and after casting in a few more pebbles, he was able to quench his thirst and save his life. So what do we learn from the crow? Little by little does the trick. As you graduate and take this big step in your life, it's tempting to reach for the big wins and look for the big wins. Graduating college, landing that first job, moving out. That's right, I said moving out. Getting married or having children of your own. But remember the crow, little by little. Pass that first class. Ace your first interview. Just go on the first date. Little by little will do the trick. The second piece of wisdom I want to share with you is a simple phrase with powerful implications. It's a Latin phrase, virtus tentamine gaude. That will not be what you remember. It's Latin. No one remembers Latin. What I hope you do remember is the meaning of virtus tentamine gaude. The meaning is a very powerful phrase that reminds me of all that you have demonstrating during your time here at Garfield. It means strength rejoices in the challenge. Let that sink in, seniors. Strength rejoices in the challenge. What you have done while here at Garfield High School is just that. You've gained strength by rejoicing in the challenges. These challenges have come in the form of academic tests, championship games, band contests, troubled relationships, and even a global pandemic. Because your attitude and little by little approach, you have gained a level of strength never seen before here at Garfield, and for that, we have all watched you in amazement. So as you leave the safety of the known and venture to a place that is unfamiliar, understand that you will gain strength from the challenges ahead of you if you simply take things little by little. Now the moment you've been waiting 13 years for. As superintendent of the James A. Garfield Local School District, I certify that the seniors receiving diplomas here today have met all the requirements of the state of Ohio and the Garfield Board of Education to graduate from Garfield High School. Thank you, seniors, for all the wonderful memories, and to the Garfield class of 2022, rejoice in the challenge. Congratulations, and go G-Men.
Nadia Alexandria Sophia Adaman. Anthony Nicholas Agaitis. Orion Stephen Babuka. Lency Elizabeth Blome. Danielle Marie Brady. Ella Louise Brand. Nicholas Matthew Bergetzer. Kaylin Bryle Karras. Mitchell Ryan Carson. Sophia Mardell Shahan. Catherine K. Sisney. Ethan Timothy Smunt. Carson Patrick Covey. Andrew John Crawford. Brianna Lee Cunningham. Logan Xander Davis. Anthony Stellato Dema. Austin Nicholas Derringer. Emily Grace DeGrino. Keaton Joseph Eberly. Noah Andrew Eggert. Morgan Jane Eskridge. Jacob Anthony Farrar. Caitlin Ray Fogelman. Hannah Marie Fortney. Ketley Dane Fresh. Nathan Andrew Gibson. Derek Ethan Goff. Morgan Elizabeth Harris. Sabrina Lee Height. Darcy Sophia Hogg. Jason Dean Edward Hopper. Jonathan Scott Hunza. Emma Rose Huter. Amanda Lynn Jetnick. Cody Ryan Justice. Matthew James Chiarella. Dean Scott Colzar. Bryce K. Leahy. Riley Ashton Laporte. Evan Tyler Lopez. Emma Grace Lenardi. Caitlin Michelle Lutz. Colin Michael Lysick. Mia Elizabeth McCumbers. Charles Aiden McDougall. Cadence Raylyn McGranahan. Ariana Louise McGregor. Allison Jane McHenry. Xander Lee Bryce McLean. Laurel Elizabeth Monroe. Annabelle O. Moore. Cyrus Charles Morrison. Molly Eileen Ulrich. Amy Christine O'Malley. Jordan Marie Permy. Bryce Thomas Pesca. Hayden William Pesca. Caitlin Alexis Popella. Jaden Marie Proctor. Cole Michael Reedy. Cameron Scott Riegard. Austin Michael Roman. Kenton Anthony Romecki. Sarah Corinne Seaman. Sydney Fahey Seaman. Jenna Nicole Smith. Timothy Lewis Summer. Caden Michael Spade. Ethan Michael Spears. Sean C. Spencer. Grace Mary Spreitzer. Ryan Michael Stoller. Cass Leo Swenson. Brody Matthew Swagonski. Emma Cheyenne Thornton. Zoe Allison Turner. Keely Faye Varner. Leonard Carl Vecchia III. Juliana M. Walls. Bailey May Wallstad. Sophia Teresa Walls. Niles David Wicks. Kirsten Elizabeth Suzanne Williams. Travis Lee Witchy II. Hannah Mary Wooten. Olivia Kelly Wooten. Peyton Michael Yancey.
Class of 2022, please stand. Before we make this official, I think we need one last picture together, so everybody smile really quick. Join us in turning our tassels from the right to the left.
I'm gonna let everybody, all my fellow class officers, get back to their spots. Good afternoon. I know it's probably been said multiple times already today, but thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for supporting us for the past 4 years. We all greatly appreciate it. My name is Laurel Monroe. I've had the honor of being a part of so many different things here at Garfield. Band, student council, NHS, and I happen to be the president of all of them. But it didn't start out that way. I came to Garfield my sophomore year of high school, and to this day, that has been the scariest thing I have ever done. I came knowing only one person well, and because of knowing that one person, I now believe that everything happens for a reason, and you meet people because you're supposed to meet them. In 3rd grade at my old school, we did a project, and I was partnered with this super, super smart girl. I never really talked to her at all until this project. The project was supposed to be an archaeological dig in a shoebox where we would dig out certain coordinates and chart what we found in each of them. My method was to scoop out all the dirt at once, get the crystals and coins out, and not worry about doing it correctly. I could tell that my partner was slowly wanting to strangle me because she wanted to follow the directions and do it the right way. Understandable. And because she wanted to do it the right way, I too was also getting very annoyed. Even though she was probably upset with me, she still smiled and laughed, and honestly, we became pretty good friends after that. And then best friends after that. Today even, she's one of my best friends, all because we happened to be partnered together in the 3rd grade at a completely different school. The point of this story is that this girl is Zoe Turner, our valedictorian. I came to this school knowing her, and that's it. And Zoe, I am so grateful that we were paired together that day. Who knows where we would be if we weren't. I feel like switching to Garfield is the same thing. I was truly meant to attend high school here. Everything that pushed me away from my old school led me here, and I am so grateful it did. In the 3 years I have been here, I have grown so much as a person. I also feel I was meant to meet all of you, and we were all meant to be a part of each other's stories. We were all meant to meet each other and form the relationships we have. In some way or another, we are all connected to each other for a reason, even if we don't see it now. To keep this short and sweet, because I know we have all had a very long day, there are some things I would like to say to the class of 2022. The first thing is thank you. Thank you for accepting me and giving me the best 3 years I could have imagined. Second, change can be scary, but we can't let that keep us from living our lives and hold us back. Switching schools was so scary I almost didn't even do it, but I am so happy I did. Third, everything happens for a reason. Take the negatives and make them a positive. 4 years ago, I took everything in my old school as a negative, but all of those things led me here. They also allowed me to meet my best friends, and to me, that has been the biggest positive in my life. And lastly, all of you,
please keep being yourselves. This class has too much talent and potential to lose it as we grow up. Just because we graduate from high school doesn't mean we stop being us. Let's stay true to ourselves and make each other proud. Thank you.
Let's go, G-Man!